It's Asheville's finest, y'all. That's the police. I've never seen this before. I'm living in Asheville, but that's their car pin there. There it says Asheville Police Negotiation Team. They have sedans there. They have SUVs. I didn't know that there were so many undercover cars here in Asheville. So y'all better watch out because you could get pulled over by a Ford, a Mercedes, an SUV. Good Lord, it used to be all Ford because that was the company that they have contracted with. So, but I guess somehow City Council's got some money to make sure that police can have all these really civilian-looking cars. Well, anyway, that's all I got to say about that. But what I do want to talk about is 2002, I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's a bill on the floor sponsored by Joe Lieberman and John McShane. Okay? Okay, now we got to cross the street to go over the bridge, you say. So Joe Lieberman and Joe McShane. And this bill is basically, facetiously called the anti-vitamin bill or the anti-supplement bill. And it basically says that FDA already has power anyway, so it's just being modified. So therefore, the only thing they say is that you can't write claims on vitamins or supplement jars. Okay, I guess a lot of people would say, oh, okay, that's fine, no claims. Yeah, that's the right thing to do because it has not been FDA approved and tested. It hasn't gone through the rigorous process that the FDA has known for their expertise. Even though it is a very corrupt organization, they do have the facilities to, of rigorous testing and everything. So I do laud and applaud them for that. But, however, my question is about the language. Not the FDA. That's a whole different story I could get into. About the FDA and their unholy alliances with the AMA and the pharmaceutical industry and the pharmaceutical drugs and blah, blah, blah. And the hospital associations, but different story. But the language of no claims being allowed, I like to know what that means. You know what that means? No claims? You cannot make a claim? Well, I guess what they probably mean is saying you're not allowed to say hawthorn berry is good for your heart. Even though it is. Through empirical basis, it is. But anyway, I'm sitting down now. But a claim is anything such as that. But, okay, my question is the language. And as you know, with sneaky Senate bills and congressional bills, Democrat Henry Waxman snuck this McCain bill into this Recovery Act legislation. But I don't know which one he snuck it in. But the fact is that he snuck it in. And it kind of shows you that, they're both sides of the same team. One's defense, one is offense, And Democrat and Republican, they're both for the same. And the fact that he snuck this bill in, will cause a lot of problems. But he'll cause a lot of problems. And a claim, if I were to say a claim is, you cannot say, you cannot say ginseng gives you energy. Even though it does, it gives most people energy, and maybe they could change the language saying it's been known to give most people energy. But anyway, there's already a claim written or a disclaimer written on all pharmaceutical drugs anyway. One thing that it says is that this should not be should not be taken in the place of the advice of a doctor's prescription of drugs or whatever. But they always have disclaimers on it. They don't say take this for this or take this for that. So they follow the rules anyway. So my question is, if they're following the rules anyway, because they know they would be in trouble by the FDA if they didn't, why do they need to add additional language to this bill? And this bill is kind of sketchy anyway. If you think about it, it'll cause a lot of problems with the It's okay, Ethan. It's okay. So one of the things that kind of scares me is because people who've been prescribed certain medicines or drugs have died right on the spot. The likeliness of that happening with herbs, with supplements, it can occur. Don't get me wrong, it can occur without question. But the likeliness of it, if you want to look at it percentage-wise, it's not happening. Not nearly as much. So, my thing is, I'm kind of worried that they're trying to take over. Bill Clinton tried to do this back in the 90s. And, Bill Clinton tried to do this back in the 90s. And failed. And now, Joe Lieberman and John McCain are trying to fix what Clinton can't do, And it's all about power and it's all about control. For instance, people voted for change, if you will. Now they got change. But it's not really changed much, because it's Bush policies are still going on. It's just it's under a different regime. It's under a democratic regime. So it's all about who has the power, whether it's Republican or Democrat. And one thing that you must know is that you cannot trust either one of them. And trusting them is one thing, you need to start trusting yourself and doing your own research more. This bill is detrimental to the natural food industry. It's detrimental to the people that genuinely want to heal people. It's detrimental to the acupuncturists, to the massage therapists, to the holistic doctors, to the holistic medical professions or whatever venue they choose to go about healing people, whether it's Reiki or massage. There's so many different ways that, alternative health that's used to help heal people. Now, this bill, will come with some insidious language, because, you can't pass a bill through Congress that's 2 pages long. They're usually like thousands and thousands of pages, through negotiations and stuff like that, and people sneak shit in there and the reason why they sneak stuff in there because people don't like to read. Yeah, and so since they don't like to read, that's how Henry Waxman got away with putting that bill in there. And as you know, the natural foods industry is under attack. Kevin Trudeau, God bless him. I don't agree with a lot of things he does, but at least he tries to be ethical, and he promotes natural foods for healing, versus, governmental health care for healing. Now, I'm for universal health care. There's no question about that. Single payer for all. Okay, but that's besides the point. The thing is that people should be able to use whatever they want, whatever venue they want to use. And his Natural Cures book or his Easy Weight Loss program had gotten a lot of flack, and he has won in court a number of times. And this judge refuses to let go of it, so this judge basically reinvigorates the case and makes it active. And so Kevin goes like, I'm going to give you proof that this works. So a lot of his supporters had called the judge saying, yes, this works for me, blah, 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 giving all kinds of testimonials. You know what the judge does instead? He puts Kevin Trudeau in contempt, which is completely outrageous. This terrorist judge puts him in contempt, and has no right to doing that. Because he can sell whatever he wants. This is freedom of speech. And you know what? I used to believe in freedom of speech. I still do, though, but for all practical purposes, it doesn't exist. These idiots own you. These idiots think they own you. They're trying to tell you what you can sell, what you cannot sell, what you can say, what you cannot say, and all that stuff. And, you know, so government is not always a good thing. You know, it's a good thing, but it's not always a good thing. And it's up to we, the people, to keep these idiots in check, whether they're a judge or a city council person or a mayor or a senator or a president. You know, we got to keep these idiots in check because the power is supposed to be in we, the people. And, you know, and as they say, you know, as many anarchists say, keep your laws off my body, straight up. Keep your fucking laws off my body, because my body belongs to me. It does not belong to you. Alright, this is Jonathan Daniels speaking, saying, stand up for your rights and beat on that beast daily.